Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with a super fun, solid new video. Today we're jumping into 6 to 4, that little trick that lets you push IPv6 through IPv4 without any drama. I'm gonna walk you through everything step by step, clean, simple, no boring extra talk. If you've always wanted to finally understand how 6 to 4 actually works, this one's for you. Let's dive in. As you can see, both of my MikroTik devices are up and running, and I've set them up side to side. I'll copy the IP of my own office, which is the R1 office IP, and then I'll go to the ping tool in France, test it out, and as you can see, there's connectivity. Similarly, I'll copy the IP of the French VPS and bring it into my own office to run a ping test, and as you can see, there's full connectivity as well. I'll continuously adjust the names in the interface section, and then I'll go back to the interface and select the 6 to 4 tunnel again. I'll enter the intended destination IP, which is Paris, in the name field, and in the remote address field, I'll enter my own Paris address. And as you can see, my VPN is now connected, and now I'll head over to the IPv6 address section, where I'll map the IPv6 address to the IPv4 one, essentially establishing their connection. I'll go to the IPv6 address section and create a new address, and in the address field, you can use the FC and FD ranges, which are known as unique local addresses. In my own MikroTik office, I've entered the address FC01:1:164. And I'll uncheck the Advertise box. Then, in the interface section, I'll select the 6 to 4 interface that I configured for the intended destination IP, and I'll also uncheck the Advertise box there so that my IPv6 address isn't propagated to others. And now I'll test the opposing IPv6 addresses with each other, and as you can see, the connection is fully established. I'll head back to the interface section, and I'll choose the IPv6 tunnel. You can also select either the IPv6 EP tunnel or the GRE6 tunnel, depending on your preference, but in this scenario, I'm using the IPv6 tunnel. I'll enter another name for it and then input the opposing IPv6 address in that section, and then I'll click Apply and OK. Similarly, I'll apply the same settings for Paris, with the only difference being that I'll enter my own R1 office IP in the remote address field. As you can see, the connection is now fully established. And now, I'll configure or set my IPv4 address on my own IPv6 address. In my own office, that is, on my MikroTik R1 office, I'll enter the address as 10.21.21.1 and set the network as 10.21.21.2, and then I'll choose the interface I created, which is that IPv6 tunnel. And I'll apply the same settings in the Paris MikroTik as well. I've made the configurations, and now I'll test it again. Both sides should be able to ping each other, and as you can see, they're indeed pinging successfully and completely. Now I'll go to the IP address section and on my LAN, which is my internal network, I'll enter the IP 90.1.1.100/24 on my LAN interface, which is Ether2 LAN, and then I'll click Apply and OK. The DHCP settings are complete, and now we'll head over to our client to finalize the client configurations as well. I'll ping 8.8.8.8 and see that I don't have internet, so I'll run IP protocol configuration, and even though my Windows 10 has received an IP, I'll first run IP protocol configuration/release to release the IP back to the MikroTik, and then I'll run IP protocol configuration/renew to request a new IP and obtain it. I'll test it again, ping 8.8.8.8, and as you can see, the connection is working, and I'm now connected to the internet. I'll go to the IP address section, copy the tunnel I created for 10.21.21.2, and then head over to the tools, then ping, and test once more to see if I have connectivity with Paris. And as you can see, the connection is fully established. I'll head to the IP route section and create a specific route so that my traffic passes through the tunnel. I'll add a special route, click the plus sign, and set it so that any incoming IP, when it requests to exit through my gateway, will use the 10.21.21.2 IP and the 6to4 routing table that I just created. Then I'll click Apply and OK. I'll go to the IP firewall mangle section and create a new chain for routing. In the source address list, I'll select the VPN, and in the action section, I'll choose to mark routing. Then, in the new routing mark field, I'll set it to the 6 to 4 mark that I previously created. I'll go to the firewall address list, click the plus sign, and set the list to the VPN. Then, in the address field, I'll enter the IP of my Windows 10 client, so that any traffic coming through that IP will pass through my tunnel and have access to unrestricted internet. I'm pinging YouTube from within the MikroTik, and I'm getting a reply, which means my mangle is working correctly, and my connection through the tunnel is fine. Now, I'll refresh YouTube, and as you can see, it loads perfectly and at great speed. Then I'll refresh the What's My IP page, and as you can see, my location is now Paris. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I really appreciate your time and feedback. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care.
PC portable et PC de bureau, PC gaming, tablette. Découvrez tout l'univers informatique disponible sur Fnac.com.
Hey! I'm super excited today.